One of the best ultra-wide monitors delivers much more in the way of benefits than you might imagine, and these expansive screens can be ideal for a number of different types of users. And not just gamers, which is likely your first thought for the kind of person who might want one of these displays. Granted, they are very well suited for PC gaming, with all that additional screen real estate making the experience more immersive, not to mention the extra peripheral vision that an ultra-wide monitor grants you, which is particularly useful in, say, first-person shooters. We have listed the best ultra-wide monitor for gaming and productivity, 2024, and their key features. You need to consider this to help you choose the best one for you. For more information on the product, as always, I've included a link in the description box down below, which are updated with the best prices on each product. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Now let's get started. Number 5. Samsung CRG9. The Samsung CRG9 is a good super ultra-wide monitor. Its 32.9 aspect ratio provides plenty of space for an immersive gaming experience, and allows you to work comfortably with multiple windows open side by side. It has good reflection handling and gets very bright, enough to overcome glare with ease. Fast-moving scenes look clear and smooth, as it has a high refresh rate and quick response time, and it supports variable refresh rate technology to reduce screen tearing. Unfortunately, despite having a VA panel, its contrast ratio is only decent, and its edge-lit local dimming doesn't improve black level by much. Also, black uniformity is bad on our unit, although your experience may vary. Viewing angles are subpar. However, the screen's curvature helps with visibility on the sides. Lastly, it can deliver a pretty good HDR experience thanks to its wide color gamut and high peak brightness. Overall, the Samsung CRG9 is a good monitor for most uses. It delivers a great gaming experience, as it has excellent low input lag and impressive motion handling. Its large, high-resolution screen is excellent for office use or media creation, allowing you to have multiple windows opened side by side. Unfortunately, the image degrades at an angle, and due to the large size of the display, it has limited ergonomics. The Samsung CRG9 is a good office monitor. The wide, high-resolution screen is great for multitasking, and it supports picture-by-picture, allowing it to display images from two sources at once. It also has excellent peak brightness and great reflection handling, so glare won't be an issue even in the brightest settings. Unfortunately, the image degrades when viewed at an angle, and due to the large display, it has limited ergonomics. The Samsung CRG9 is great for gaming. It has impressive motion handling due to its fast response time, resulting in very clear motion. Number 4. LG UltraGear 45GR95QEB. The LG 45GR95QEB is a 45-inch OLED monitor with a 240Hz refresh rate and a 34 FOS and 4x 440 resolution. It's one of the first OLED gaming monitors available in this size and competes with the Corsair Xeneon Flex 45WQHD240. That monitor uses the same panel from LG Display as this one, and it's bendable, but the 45GR95QEB has an aggressive 800R fixed curved instead, which may take some time to get used to. Other than that, this model has all the features you'd expect to find in a gaming monitor, with FreeSync variable refresh rate, VRR support, G-Sync compatibility, and HDMI 2.1 bandwidth. It's part of the same lineup as the LG 27GR95QEB, and has the same matte screen coating. While OLEDs are prone to burn-in with constant exposure to static elements, it also has some settings to reduce that risk. The LG 45GR95QEB is excellent overall. It's fantastic as a gaming monitor because it has a fast 240Hz refresh rate, VRR support, a near-instant response time, and low input lag for a responsive feel. Its near-infinite contrast ratio makes it an excellent choice for darkroom gaming. Because of this, it's even incredible for watching SDR or HDR movies in dark rooms and displays a wide range of colors. While it's good for office use and great for content creation, it has some limitations as the text clarity is mediocre. It's prone to burn-in, and it has an aggressive 800R curve that may take time getting used to. The LG 45GR95QE is decent for the office, but it isn't ideal for it. It has wide viewing angles and amazing reflection handling if you want to use it in a well-lit office, but it doesn't get bright enough to fight glare. Unfortunately, due to its low pixel density, the text clarity is mediocre, as text can be hard to read at times. Its aggressive 800R curve can also take some time to get used to, and you won't see straight lines in documents. Number 3. Samsung Odyssey OLED G9. The Samsung Odyssey OLED G9 G95SC S49CG95 is a premium 49-inch QD OLED monitor. It's a newer model than the Samsung Odyssey Neo G9 through G95NA S49AG95, which uses mini LED backlighting, and it's the second QD OLED monitor from Samsung, alongside the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8 G85SB S34B G85. It has a 51x20x1440 resolution and super ultra-wide 32.9 aspect ratio with an 1800R curve. So while it has a very wide screen, the edges of the screen are brought closer to your field of view. It's designed as a gaming monitor with a 240Hz refresh rate. And thanks to its DisplayPort 1.4 and HDMI 2.1 inputs, you can take full advantage of its max refresh rate with any graphics card that supports display stream compression. It supports all common variable refresh rate, VRR formats, like HDMI 4M VRR, FreeSync, and G-Sync compatibility. Like other Samsung monitors released in 2023, it features their proprietary Tizen smart platform, so you have access to a ton of apps without the need for a PC. The Samsung G95 SC is outstanding for PC gaming. It has a 240Hz refresh rate that's ideal for most gamers, and it supports all common VRR formats to reduce screen tearing. Motion looks exceptionally sharp thanks to its near-instantaneous response time at any refresh rate, and it has low input lag for a responsive feel. That said, it has noticeable VRR flicker in dark scenes with changing frame rates, which is disappointing if your PC can't maintain a consistent rate. On the plus side, it has outstanding picture quality thanks to its near-infinite contrast ratio and vivid colors. The Samsung Odyssey OLED G9 is decent for office use, but there are some limitations. Its large 49-inch screen and 32.9 aspect ratio provide plenty of screen space for multitasking. It also has incredible reflection handling if you want to use it in a well-lit room, but its SDR brightness is limited and doesn't get bright enough to fight glare. Number 2. AOC Q34G2X. The AOC CU34G2X is a great ultra-wide gaming monitor. It has a 144 Hz panel with native FreeSync variable refresh rate, VRR, support, and G-Sync compatibility to reduce screen tearing. It has low input lag, and although it has a quick overall response time, there's visible black smearing, which is typical of VA panels. Speaking of which, it has a high native contrast ratio, but that means it has narrow viewing angles, so it's not ideal for co-op gaming. The 34-inch screen and 34 4x1.4 resolution help deliver an immersive gaming experience, and it has a fairly aggressive 1500R curve to bring the edges of the screen within your field of vision. The AOC CU34G2X is a good overall monitor. It's great for gaming because it has a 144Hz refresh rate, FreeSync and G-Sync compatibility, and low input lag, but there's visible black smearing. It's good for office use or content creators thanks to its large screen and good text clarity, but it holds narrow viewing angles. Unfortunately, even though it has a good contrast ratio, it doesn't deliver a satisfying HDR experience because it doesn't get bright enough to make highlights pop. The AOC CU34G2X is good for office use. The large 34-inch screen allows you to open multiple windows side by side, and it delivers clear text thanks to its high resolution. It's decent to use in a well-lit room, but it doesn't get bright enough to fight a ton of glare. Also, it has narrow viewing angles, so it's not ideal for sharing your screen with others. The AOC CU34G2X is impressive for gaming. It has a high 144Hz refresh rate with native FreeSync VRR and G-Sync compatibility that you can achieve over a DisplayPort connection. It has low input lag and a fairly quick response time, but like other VA panel monitors, there's noticeable black smearing. It's great for darkroom gaming as it has high contrast, but it lacks a local dimming feature. The AOC CU34G2X is very good for content creators. Number 1. Alienware Aw3423DW QD OLED. The Dell. Alienware Aw3423DW is a 34-inch 1440p ultrawide gaming monitor that was the first QD OLED to come out in 2022. QD OLED aims to combine the strengths of OLED and quantum dot displays to produce perfect black levels with a wider range of colors that get brighter compared to standard OLED displays. Some TVs use this panel technology as well. This monitor has a 175Hz refresh rate and native G-Sync VRR support. Although OLEDs risk permanent burn-in when exposed to the same static elements over time, the monitor has a few settings to reduce the issue. And Dell also offers a 3-year replacement warranty against burn-in. The Dell Aw3423DW is remarkable for PC gaming. It has a 175Hz refresh rate and native G-Sync support to take full advantage of NVIDIA graphics cards. Motion looks sharp thanks to the near-instantaneous response time, and it has low enough input lag for a responsive feel. It also delivers fantastic picture quality, especially in dark rooms, because it has a near-infinite contrast ratio that makes blacks look deep and inky and colors look vivid. However, the black levels are raised in bright rooms, worsening the contrast. The Dell Aw3423DW is good for office use, but there are limitations. The large 34-inch screen is big enough to open multiple windows side by side, and the curved screen helps bring the edges within your field of vision. Sadly, there are some issues with its unique subpixel structure, as there's color fringing on the edges of windows and with some larger text elements. Also, using it in bright rooms worsens the picture quality because the black levels rise. It also risks permanent burn-in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time. The Dell AW3423DW is fantastic for content creators, but it has some limitations. It has remarkable accuracy before calibration, and it displays a wide range of colors in SDR and HDR.